America's next great superhero. From scratch.
So oftentimes at the Comic Cons, I'm so busy hustling. I'm so busy trying to get the next sale, trying to get people who have never heard of this property to support and to, just bless us with their finances. Like, let's keep it real. It's their money. It's your money. It's you coming up off of your hard-earned dollars that keeps my dream and my vision alive. And I'm very much so focused on that. But sometimes it can get difficult because I often have a lot of up and coming artists, writers, creators ask me questions, and I just don't always have the time. And I know sometimes it may come off as if I am kind of short with people, and that's not the goal. I apologize. That's not my intention. But when you're a new company, you have to wear so many different hats. So I don't get the opportunity to just be the head writer of Tulin. I am the head writer. I'm the marketer. I am the promoter. I am the creator. I am the networker. I am the person who's pitching, all of that. So with all that being said, I wanted to create a segment where I could really take time to answer some of the questions. So up and coming creators, artists, writers, if you guys have questions about the industry, about being an indie creator, a startup business, please shoot them to my DM. And with this platform, I'll be able to answer them in detail and provide you with length regarding the answers I give, as opposed to at the cons. All I could do is just, give you like 45 seconds, and then I got to get on to the next person. So with that being said, one of the questions that I often get is from new creators, and they say, hey man, what advice would you give me? And I think the biggest piece of advice just right now, just off the top of the dome, that hits me is have the courage to shatter your expectation on what your path should look like. Now, should you have expectations? Absolutely. Should you have goals? Absolutely. Should you have a way that you want to do it? Yeah, that's normal. That's natural. But sometimes we get so married to doing something the way that other people do it, the way that it has been told to us to do it, that the moment that there is a opportunity, I'm not using the word obstacle, the moment that there's an opportunity to try something new, try something innovative, try something different, we are so fearful because it doesn't, no, we can't do that because they're not doing that. Oh, no, we can't do that because everybody else didn't do that. And when I look at the groundwork and when I look at just the trenches and what we paved and what we're still paving with Tulin, it was never following other people's molds or themes. It really wasn't. To be honest, much of what we planted in the soil of Tulin, they told us not to do it. Oh, no, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. You're too ambitious. You're too this. You're too that. And so we really was like, hey, man, if we're going to die, we're going to die on our own sword. That's it. I'm not going to fail because I took somebody else's advice and didn't trust my gut. So the biggest thing I would tell that up and coming creator, and I'm going to be doing many more of these, but the biggest thing I would say is shatter your expectation on what your path is going to look like and just give it your all. Be relentless. Be as fearless as you can be. The term fearless is a pretty interesting term to me. Everybody's afraid of something. And if you're not afraid of anything, then I question your wisdom. So I don't want to say like be fearless, but I will say be courageous. Be relentless. Be courageous. Do not fear innovation. And dedicate yourself to execution is what I would say to up and coming creators.
How to make America's next great superhero. From scratch.